Welcome back to Madden 24 as we are going to be doing another rebuild here in the fantasy draft realm. Today we're going to be doing one that, believe it or not, could actually be very challenging as we're going to be spinning the wheel of teams. Of course, if we land pick, let's say 1 overall, but let's say it is the Panthers, that's obviously a huge loss, as pick 1 overall should be someone like Mahomes or Josh Allen, the 90-plus overall kind of X-Factor quarterbacks, maybe even X-Factor edge rushers or corners. But when you look at the Panthers, that pick might end up being like Brian Burns, Bryce Young, number 1 overall, which would be quite an overreach. So obviously, this is not going to be a walk in the park. We might end up getting teams early on that just don't have a good quarterback. Like we get the Commanders, we get the Titans. We get those teams that don't have a great quarterback. We might be screwed on quarterback, but this should be a lot of fun as this is a little bit different than any of the other ones I've done, as I've never done by team. So all the positions could be all over the place. We might end up taking a center at, in round 3 because that's the team's best player by a mile, and all the other guys are like old. I don't know, but we're going to find out here, and I'll show you the wheel, which consists of all 32 teams, unless my math is wrong. And you know what? We should actually find out what team or pick we're going to have first. So we're at pick 16. Myles Garrett just went. So if we got the Browns, that would be very disappointing. Quarterback is basically already dead. It's basically already dead. TJ Watt's an option. So there's some options here. Max Crosby. So honestly, I'd probably be pulling for Steelers, Raiders, maybe Dolphins, Ravens, because Roquan's pretty sick, Jets. There's a lot of teams. There's only a few teams I would absolutely hate to get, but a lot of teams I would not mind. So let's see. And here is our beautiful wheel that surely will not disappoint. There are only a few teams where I absolutely would not want their team to show up right away. Probably the Titans, the Cardinals, and honestly, that might be it. Every other team has like one good player, like even the Texans. I would take Stroud probably at pick 16. But here we go. Let us spin it. Oh, please. Please. What do we get? The Chiefs. Interesting. All right, let's see. Please be under 30. 29. Not the best we could have got, but it's definitely going to be him because Travis Kelce's 33, and the rest are all like way worse than Chris Jones. So a pretty good position, I suppose, DT. As long as it wasn't corner, I guess. Corner's kind of easy to get. DT's not that hard to get either, but someone as good as Chris Jones definitely is. That would have been an insane poll if we had pick 1 overall, though. We would have had Mahomes, but obviously that's not the case. So let's see what we get. All right, once again, there's a few. Oh, my God. The Commanders might not be bad here, actually. We might actually get like Terry McLaurin. So there are a few options here. We could go and double dip on DT as Jonathan Allen's still there, but I think he's also pretty old, 28. Definitely could. Absolutely could. That's an option. One of the other guys, though, would probably be Terry McLaurin, but I don't know how old he is now. He's got to be 26. Oh, he's gone. No way. I was about to say he's got to be 26 or 27. Damn. Terry McLaurin goes that quick. This very well could be Chase Young then, but the problem with Chase Young, if he's even there, is he doesn't usually play well for me. Chase Young, superstar dev, 24 years old. I think I have to go with it. If it's not him, it's like Jonathan Allen, right? Like there's no other option. I'm going Chase Young, pick 2 in the second round. Pick 16 in the second round, man. All right, third round. Quarterback wouldn't be the worst thing, so Texans or Panthers, which we're going to get the Steelers. Who is this going to be? There's going to be a potential huge drop-off. It might be Pat Freiermuth, which hurts because TJ Hawkinson, Dallas Goedert, Kyle Pitts are all still there. But he might be the best option. He's 24. We could also go Najee. It's, once again, a super reach, but Najee is still superstar in the game, I believe, which is pretty significant. 25 years old, definitely does well in sim for the most part. Could also reach not even that far and grab Pickens, who is still really young. 82 overall, 22 years old. I think wide receiver is a bit harder to get than tight end. For me, maybe Highsmith. How old is he? 26? Highsmith. Oh, he's 86 overall now. He is 26, like we said, but 86 overall. Better than Chase Young based on ratings. This is actually a tough decision, but not for a good reason. It's because we don't really like these picks. Minkah, of course, is gone. Obviously, TJ Watt would be gone, so there's really no point in looking at that. But I think it's between Freiermuth, Highsmith, and Pickens. I don't know which one. I think wide receiver doesn't last as long as the other positions. So, you know, you could see that George Pickens is like the least of the reaches, but Freiermuth wouldn't be bad either. I think I'm going to go Pickens. He's 22, he's the youngest of the bunch, and it's a tough position to get. And like I said, it's a very thin position in fantasy drafts. All right, I once again don't know what we want. Texans or Panthers, probably for the QB, which we're going to get the Cowboys. Who the hell am I going to get here? CeeDee Lamb's definitely gone. Ooh, while I hate Tony Pollard and Sim, the value's kind of there. You'd get 4 seasons out of a minimum, and if you got him to X Factor, which I don't know if that'll happen, would also be decent. Dak definitely would be gone because he's an X Factor, sadly. And obviously Trayvon Diggs is gone. I mean, I think this is kind of a no-brainer. I think you have no choice. Tony Pollard's by far the best Dallas Cowboy remaining. This is really the can you get a green draft projection or not challenge more than anything, which I don't know if that's going to happen. What do we get this time? The Jets? The Chargers? The Jets by an inch. Damn, dude. Garrett Wilson's gone, bro. Do have John Franklin Myers here. He's 81 overall, but he is 26. He's decent. He's definitely up there on the list for right now. It's between Elijah Vera Tucker or John Franklin Myers, and personally, I think John Franklin Myers is a bit more irreplaceable comparatively. Could play DT, could play edge. I think we're going to grab him. It was a close call between him and AVT, but once again, in the draft, you could probably get a whole offensive line if you play it well, play it right. All right, the draft has gone about as badly as you could really ask for, to be honest, and we're going to get the Jaguars here. I don't know who the hell this is going to be. Of course, ETN's still there. Oh, we really didn't have much of an option, though. It would have been like freaking Leighton Vander Esch or something. Honestly, I think this is Trayvon Walker, ETN, or Andre Cisco, and I don't know what to think. We went with no safety. I thought we had one. We do not. Andre Cisco's an 82 overall 23-year-old. ETN, I mean, I could trade off like Pollard or ETN, but like I don't know if that's really worth it compared to just having a guy like Cisco. I've really struggled to get safeties anyways, so I think the value is here with Cisco and then just use Pollard. And that was tough, but I don't know, dude. I can't risk a potential trade versus just getting true talent. Especially after a fantasy draft, it's very hard to trade for players. The Bengals. Who the hell is this? Logan Wilson is just barely here, but his block shed, his zone coverage, his age, the age is really the biggest part, makes him a little undraftable when I could just go Daxton Hill, who should be here. What overall even is he? Where the hell even is he? Yo. Where is he? Is he gone already? Is he playing strong safety this year? What's going on? He is playing strong safety. Fair enough. I don't know, dude. 22, we'd have our safeties finished, but his zone coverage sucks. He may even play corner for us if we take him here. Screw it, I'm going to go with Logan Wilson. I normally don't go with someone this old, but the overall is decent, and he could probably play another 3 seasons minimum. Gets a dev up, maybe longer. But yeah, you can see this is going downhill very quickly. I mean, it kind of started downhill, to be honest. No, not the Patriots. Who the hell do they have? Actually, they have some linemen. All right, the choices are between Uche and Onwenu, and I think Onwenu is just a little bit more valuable. I don't know when Christian Gonzalez went, but it must have been a little bit before this because he was sadly not there. That would have been probably the best value pick we've had this entire draft so far, if he would have been. All right, looks like we're not getting a quarterback. I think Anthony Richardson would still be there, though, so, you know. Oh, Stroud, I think it's a little late. Don't know who the hell we're going to get off the Texans. Oh, it's more than a little late. Jordan Love's like one of the best guys left. Obviously, Anthony Richardson's still there, but we got to get lucky with the Colts. A 1 in 32 chance. Don't look too great. It's between Nico Collins, who isn't bad, or Jalen Petrie. I don't know. They're both 24 years old. The receiver pool is drying up, so there's not really many options anyways. Is Nico Collins our guy? He's pretty good balance. I'm going to take Nico Collins. He's my guy in the Texans franchise. I'm going to take him here. But yes, that is a disaster, without a doubt. Really surprised, though, we haven't seen a duplicate. We'll probably see one in a second here. As we just... Why should I have to say anything? I don't think that's good. And this sucks big time. But honestly, if it's not Anton Harrison, it's the 75 overall, 24-year-old Devin Lloyd. It's just not worth doing that. So it's going to be Anton Harrison. In what round is this? 12? Round 11, it wasn't even, it's round 10. We just took a 71 overall. The challenge is real. I'll probably go 30 rounds and then just sim the draft and just see whatever happens. Don't do Texans. Okay, we're Seahawks. We get the Seahawks, finally. The actual team we're on. All right, it was between Charles Cross, Abraham Lucas, and Noah Fant. Noah Fant being 25 means Charles Cross is the guy. All right, another spinner. I don't even know what I want. I at this point, it's just like a react situation. Cardinals. Is Isaiah Simmons still there? Another tough one between tackle and tight end. The fact, though, that Trey McBride now has star dev, I think because it's also a really tough position to get compared to O-line, it has to be Trey McBride. So another reach, but at least it's a reach that is of a tougher position, kind of. I'm also certain there's some team that I completely forgot they had a backup quarterback that's developable, and I've already forgot. I guarantee it. Another duplicate? No, the Chiefs, still a duplicate, but oh wow, that was really close. I actually had to see that one because I couldn't tell. And how the mighty have fallen. At this point, it's not even Karl Loftus. It's down to Felix Anudike-Uzomah or I think Willie Gay, which is Willie. I'm just gonna draft him. He's our new edge rusher. We have our full D-line set. I don't know. I don't think Anthony Richardson's here, so I really don't know what to want. The Bills. Don't tell me freaking Dalton Kincaid's there. Hey, look, Dalton Kincaid. I will say, though, in fairness, other than being a rookie itself, which could get him a Rookie of the Year award win, it's not really, it doesn't really matter. They're pretty similar. So here it's either Osiris Torrance, Kyer Elam, or Dalton Kincaid. Already have our tight end. Corner is a need, so Kyer Elam. I'm going to take him. Could be, yeah, I was about to say, our first green pick. Alrighty, we got our first green pick, and probably our only. We get, oh my lord, the Texans. I mean, at this point, a lot of the players are bad, so this might not be the worst thing, but it's definitely not the best. Alright, the choices are between Kenyon Green or Christian Harris. Kenyon Green is star dev, but he is very, very, very raw, whereas Christian Harris is raw, but he at least has block shed, and he's fast, so it is what it is. He's got okay man coverage, too. That's going to be our choice, sadly. And we almost get the Texans again, bro. What? And the Panthers are down bad when it comes to hit-ins. Jonathan Mingo is probably the best bet, so I don't know where our tight end or our wide receiver situation goes with Mr. Nico Collins. But yeah, this is why I'm simming at 30, around 30, because holy crap, this is a long process. A new team? Raiders or Dolphins? Looks like it's going to be Dolphins. Don't know who that's going to be. We must have just missed A-Chain, because I think A-Chain's an 81 overall. I will say a lot of the other guys around here are not even close to rookie age, so maybe a little bit longer than that. Kader Kohu should be here still, I'm hoping, and if he is, I might have to take him. I actually almost super sold. Cam Smith is going to be our choice. 12 more picks until the game decides what the hell we get. And the Browns. Okay, I don't know what I want here. Maybe Ika? Don't really need it unless we go 3-4, which we probably won't. And with this pick, we're going to be going to Juwan Jones. He's actually seemingly gotten a little bit of an upgrade. He's actually kind of good. I actually don't mind that at all. All right, I don't know what we want. I think at this point, quarterback's cooked, so it doesn't really matter about that position. We're just going to be the worst team in the league by far. The Lions. I don't know who that would be. And you know what? It's so bad. I'm halfway tempted to take Jack Fox. It's either Jack Fox or, who is it, Malcolm Rodriguez? I mean, is he even worth it? I don't even hell if he's even there. He's like 24, so even if he is there, like, is it even worth it? Probably not. I guess I'm just going to take the punter, and Jack Fox is terrible, but he's at least a superstar, I guess? I don't know. I'm just going to take him. Screw it. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to make it to 30, honestly, at this point. I'm talking about real life at this rate. Vikings. All right, best value Viking is Lewis Seen. We seem to find him a way to get him in almost every single rebuild we do. All righty, here we go. Let's see what we got. I don't know. I keep saying I don't know what we want. I don't know what we got. It's all true, so I need to just stop saying it. Falcons? Have we done the Falcons yet? It's going to be the Browns by an inch. That's what she said. See, the thing with the Browns is I didn't know who to take the first time around. And now that DeJuan Jones is gone, who the hell do I take this time? I don't even need him, but screw it, dude. I'm going to take Ika. Here we go again. I don't even know. Jets, maybe, for Zach Wilson? Niners? Who the hell would they even have? Chargers? I guess Dayan Henley is going to be our choice. These picks are fantastic. Yeah, I'm going to stop at 25. I can't be bothered. Me going through a whole list of players just for some 70 overall that's going to be replaced by year 2 is just, it doesn't feel worth it. The Jaguar, I didn't even know who to take last time, bro. Safety depth, I suppose. Honestly, like, we're still getting young players, but this is why I think it's fair to just simulate after we do our next pick. Because, I mean, we're going to probably end up getting older, worse players anyways. I wonder if we got not the Niners, the Cowboys here. Did we get a duplicate Cowboys and I didn't take Trey? Actually, at this point, Trey Lance is gone anyways. Ironically enough, we get the Cowboys, but Trey's long gone regardless. All right, Overshown is going to be the guy. Overshown the way out because I'm done. I don't want to do anymore. All right, I'm submitted to the end. We got 25 picks in. Let's see what the game finishes us out with. Hopefully we get at least like 1 or 2 hidden players, you know, maybe like a Joe Tippmann. I think he was still there. But most of the players we already have positions, right? Like we missing maybe 2 or 3 linemen. We're missing a quarterback. And then I'm pretty sure everything else is a backup. We had 3 wide receivers. We had a tight end. We had 3 corners. We had 2 safeties. We had 3 linebackers. We had, everything. So mainly going to be backups unless they draft us decent linemen. And then obviously whoever the quarterback is going to be our starter. Hopefully it's someone bad. I think they were all bad. I think the highest overall was like 72 overall, and they were like in their 30s. So, if you're in your 30s, you're basically dead. Me in 2 years. I would say moment of truth, but once again, everyone is basically a backup. They might draft us players that are higher overall, but they're not going to start, right? Like, it doesn't appear that they gave us anyone good. Who the hell is this? Ben Cleveland? Yeah, they sold it hard on the O-line. What about tight end? Tight end they sold hard. Wide receivers they sold hard. The backup running backs suck. Bro, what did they cook? Don't let them cook again. Who's our quarterback? Tyrod Taylor and Jarrett Stidham. Who's the defense? They gave us Melvin Ingram, I suppose. Freaking Rhodes. Edmonds is actually a really good pick, but I don't think we're going to start him. He'll be our backup. He's 26 now, so he's good. But Lewis Seen has a higher ceiling, and obviously Cisco has a higher ceiling. He's already higher overall. So, yeah, there should be no one complaining about, cheated by simming. No, trust me. We also have too many linebackers. I completely forgot we had Logan Wilson already. This is easily our worst fantasy draft team we've ever had by a mile. Ironically enough, looking at teams, the Vikings, who we are playing here in week 1 of the old preseason, are going to be a team we're going to make a trade with, I believe. It's probably not going to be a trade that ends up mattering, but we're going to trade for Max Duggan. Probably won't cost too much, maybe a little more than this in fairness. Not by much. And we're going to give him a chance. He's 22 years old. He is one of the youngest, non-starting quarterbacks. So we're going to give him a chance. It's probably going to result in us still needing to draft a quarterback, but you just never know. What if he goes off, right? What if he goes off? He's a rookie. He's very fast. He's got okay throw power, pretty good accuracies. I mean, we're going to give him the shot. That's all I can really say. And then we'll set up the lineup, show you what we're cooking with, which is not a whole lot, and go into what will probably be a season where we are the worst team in the league. All right, here we have the first year team, I actually have the Chiefs playbook on because I think it would be quite funny and cool if Max Duggan actually developed into the guy. So I want to give him a chance rather than just doing the, well, tank first year because we have the worst team clearly route, get a quarterback, and yada, yada, yada. Well, we still might suck, and we still might be the worst team. We still might get that high draft pick, but at least we are giving Duggan all of the chances possible. McBride will have a chance. The receivers all have a chance. Pollard, let's not talk about that. But looking at the defensive side of things, this is what the starting linebacker group looks like. Pace should probably start over Henley, to be honest. He's a year younger. He is better, but he is slower. So, I mean, we probably need to replace that spot anyways. But at the same time, you never know. Once if Pace is the guy, maybe he isn't. The speed kind of matters, I guess, but realistically, Pace is definitely better than Henley. I wouldn't say he's better than Overshown, though, so I might Overshown my hand and put him at the starting spot. I think that's the best thing to do. And then obviously corners, everything like that. Very low overall across the board, but you know what? It's a team that still does have a few okay pieces. Also, our kicker is, if you didn't see, Juszczyk's fullback. He was in free agency. And then our kicker is Mr. Daniel Carlson because nobody wanted him. Didn't release a punter because we did at least draft him. And let's go in, see if we have an okay season. Maybe Duggan can sneak out a Rookie of the Year award. It's a fantasy draft after all, so all the rookie quarterbacks could have went to the AFC side, which would have been really awesome. You never know. It would be very clutch. Win it by default for perhaps. Who knows? I know you're fresh here with DeAndre Carter. Nico Collins right now is already a better receiver than you've ever been. Please, relax. Give my man a break. Although I will say I appreciate this this upgrade in ratings that he's about to get, so thank you. I take it back. Ooh, this is a tough one. I think Kyer Elam should go man coverage because his zone is already pretty low. So that makes a lot of sense in my opinion. Or his zone's really high, so the man could actually make it where because it's so close, maybe he just got to slot archetype, which would be insane. I really don't know if we want him as a zone or man corner. Please tell me that's slot. It's the same thing. Oh, slot 72. Damn, well that just put him as the man archetype, which, I mean, either way, I think man's a little bit better than zone because you do get man usually, or zone in man, but you don't always get man in zone, and I just confused everyone so hard, even myself. This is not your dad's fantasy draft anymore. This is the new age fantasy draft where the contracts are kind of all over the place. As you can see here, we have 3 major names to re-sign. Duggan, I have no idea how well he's playing, so we will have to play it by ear. Daniel Jones probably gets the contract, I suppose, but Duggan already a couple of upgrades up, and he has another point. I guess throwing of the strong arm would be what I would focus on. 65 overall now. Don't know how well he's playing, but I know the team as a whole is not playing well, so let's find out. Yeah, we're not re-signing him. Okay, draft pick gonna be high. But yeah, this is pretty busted. We're gonna end up signing Kyer Elam to a 7-year, $42 million, and this is gonna be one where I don't give a damn. I am getting whatever I can, the cheapest contract possible to every player because we're already in a bit of a hole anyways. And you also have to remember that the contracts are going to be like this because, well, it was a complete redraft, right? So the best players are all over the place, and it's not as static as it used to be. There's brand new contracts that got sent out to each player, and it's just the way it is. Well, I don't know if we have the first pick overall, but we have definitely a top 5 draft pick team. I mean, you still expected it, but I thought the playbook would have at least helped in the slightest. We got wins against the Panthers, the Browns, and the Niners. We don't know what teams that they look like. It could be just really, really bad teams, but at least won a couple of games, I suppose. Statistics, terrible, right? Just really bad. Probably the worst starting quarterback passer rating. Touchdown to pick ratio is terrible. Yards were okay. Rushing, Tony Pollard usually sucks in sim, and it seems like that's going to be the case here again. Trey McBride with the yards may go to superstar, though, which would be awesome. Collins, doubt he goes to star. Pickens and Mingo, nothing's going to happen out of that. O-line was terrible. Defensively, Christian Harris was great. Logan Wilson was great, so they might both go up in dev, which I'm praying. John Franklin Myers was decent. I don't know if that would have been enough. Chris Jones sucked. This is probably the worst season we've ever had in a rebuild, which is really cool. I can't really imagine one worse than this. Rodgers winning MVP with the Steelers. We're on the wrong side. Any award wins at all. Where was Duggan? Was he on the list? I don't know if he was, but I don't care because I don't see him winning it, so that's all that really matters. And yeah, what a waste. Hopefully we get a couple of dev ups so it at least feels like something happened other than getting a good draft pick, because wow, that was awful. And the Steelers are in the Super Bowl. The Cowboys still in the Super Bowl, even with a fantasy draft. And the winner does go to the Cowboys. All right, let's take a look. Do we have any dev ups at all, please? Yes, Trey McBride. Duggan is a 67 overall, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. What do we have? Pickens, nothing. Chase Young went up in dev. Cam Smith went up in dev. Oh, yeah, Christian Harris wasn't star to start. Never mind. He's star, though. Logan Wilson went up in dev as well. This was not bad. For a team that was really bad, it wasn't that bad. Middle linebackers needed. That might be it. Defense is looking okay, actually, even though they sucked. Quarterback for sure. Lineman or two for sure. Wide receiver, maybe. I mean, here's the thing. Potential-wise, we don't need much. But will they actually be the guy? I do not know. Tons of money, but not tons of player to re-sign. Mike Morris is a decent, backup level player. Max Duggan's contract ask is a lot higher, and, I mean, he just played like garbage, so I think it's just grab a new quarterback time and hope that they're decently high overall and or hidden. All right, see you later, Daniel. Actually, welcome back, Daniel. Yo, kick-ass is getting tagged. Enjoy. Enjoy the tag, my guy. All right, 93 mil, 94 mil. I don't know what the hell could be here, but probably not someone we care about. Use check. I just completely even forgot about him, which, I mean, who even cares, right? Khalil Herbert's not a bad backup. Don't know if a backup is something we really even care about, though. Sometimes you find someone really young at a corner or safety position, maybe a linebacker if you're lucky. Like Foskey, that's a really good pickup, potentially. He's 23. Don't know if I actually want him, though, because we have Felix, but I mean, it's an option, right? That is a player that is young at a good position to be young at, obviously, but yeah, I don't think we need anyone here. If it was a linebacker, I'm down, but doesn't look like a linebacker. Obviously, I'll check everything just in case, but looks like we're going to the draft. Here's the thing. This needs to be a harder trade to get. And trades this year are actually pretty damn challenging. If I try to trade them watch, it's going to go now. McBride and Elam, this ain't going to come close, right? Look, those are both very good. Those are the positions they want. It's just not going to come close. But this first round pick, why would I go for a rookie quarterback when I can just get Justin Herbert, dude? Oh, man. It's not cheating either. It's literally just straight up trading. Although, maybe I do need to give up more. Maybe they actually wanted. I don't know. I don't care. Justin Herbert's ours. I don't know what you want me to do. I didn't trade any of the players that we got. I didn't do anything like that. I literally traded the draft pick we earned from being ass. I don't know what you want. The only quarterback just wasn't as good as him. I don't know why the Lions would do that. Now they need a quarterback, but sure, dude. Sure. This was the only quarterback option. I kid you not. Only quarterback option. Everyone else is a UDFA except for Culver and McLean. McLean's a 1-2. He's 22, and he has great throw power. Why? If the damn Lions take this quarterback, bro. Oh, they did go for the pass rusher, who I thought was potentially generational. They said, you know what? Edge rush is way more important than having a goated franchise quarterback. And I don't care. Say what you want. I do not care. I do not and will not care. Okay? I did what I had to do for me and my family. All right? All right, looking at this draft, I don't know what to do because there's a pretty decent wide receiver, this gay fella. Yep, that's the big joke. Round of applause for me. Thank you. Clock is ticking. We don't need to worry, though. The big thing even though we don't need it, would maybe be corner, because this cornerback, Thomas Carey, is 6'4" and 21 years old and very athletic, which really makes me think he's worth it. But Brown is also not bad either. And then the biggest thing of them all is, do we need a corner at all? I don't know. But you know what? Thomas Carey looks the best, so Thomas Carey it is. Hidden Dev. That could have been bad. If he was normal Dev, that would have really sucked, but he was elite as hell anyways. All right, we've got a couple of players here. Stanley Bennett, Mr. Kerry Gray. We definitely need a linebacker. O-line would definitely help too, and I think the value from Mike Keys is there with all the A's and B's we're seeing here. 22 years old. I don't care. I'm going to grab Mike Keys. Hidden development trade. Win. Problem is, we did trade a lot off for Herbert. We traded pick 1 and, 2 third-round picks, if I'm not mistaken? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was a third and a fourth. Either way, doesn't really matter. We could use another lineman. We could use a linebacker. So, I think we move on until we're down to either Gray or Bennett, Hool or Brahman, and try to make a play for both. Duggins would be great, but we don't need a DT for another couple of seasons anyways, so even though he does look very good. Yeah, I mean, he looks so good, dude, but we're just going to take a look at what he looks like after the draft, pray that he's normal, because he looks really solid. I mean, those ratings look insane, but yeah, let's do it. And the very next pick was Stanley Bennett. Why, bro? Oh, I did not expect this to go. I tried to get pick 4 in the third round with DeJuan Jones, like a 5th round pick, a bunch of other stuff, and it didn't go. Moved back about like 7 or 8 spots, went to the Bengals, and they just took this straight up, which means we're definitely going to have to trade up again, because this pick is supposed to actually be the linebacker, which I guess we don't technically need anymore. Like, we definitely need them, but as far as like what we need more, it's definitely O-line, because we just traded off 2 potential starters. So we're hoping that this guy's the guy. Anton Harrison gets to move to tackle, and if we can land this linebacker, we landed a damn near perfect draft in my opinion. All of this for a third-round pick from the Rams. Oh my. The draft picks alone, you could almost argue, are fair on their own, but not quite. But all that extra other stuff definitely is. I would love Duggins as well, but I think we're pushing it. So, Mr. Kerry Gray, not the most athletic guy, but the key ratings are amazing, and the left side ratings say that he's pretty good, so we're going to go for him. That's still our new starting middle linebacker, even though he's normal. And this is what I was looking for. A 4th round this year, a 6th round next year from the Colts, as we're going to be taking a kicker with that pick. I am not looking forward to try and re-signing a red interest Daniel Carlson, so we are going to end up grabbing a kicker here who had a pretty good kick power, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been elite. Oh, right. That almost didn't go. I can't remember. It was either really good or elite, whatever the hell they call it. It was really high, though. That's all I know. B accuracy, and it was elite. Here we go. Corbin Hunter. And he's hidden. Okay. It looks like Justin Herbert's player model. All right, let's see what we did. I also want to see that quarterback, because obviously we could have had him, but he's not going to be better than Justin Herbert. Carey is a 77 overall. Linebacker 75. The 2 linemen are 73s. And the kicker, who is probably only star, because he doesn't look like a generational, I would imagine, is star. But I'm going to look. 22 years old. I might even get rid of Daniel right now. I mean, I don't know. Number 90, though. Really? Number 8. Screw it. But, yeah, I might even see if Daniel Carlson's got any value. Carey, I would assume is star, but I have seen, oh my lord, let me get a double check, baby. Looking beastly. That is a corner that would go top 10 easily in a user league, but obviously we got him in the 2nd round. Dev, star. It is what it is. Wearing Cam Chancellor's number, but it be what it be. I think one of these guys needs to play center. I think it's Keys, because on when he was going to stay at where he's at. I probably should have looked at who's more athletic, but whatever. Mike Keys is going to be our guy. We'll take a look at his dev since we're checking anyways. And then I want to see the quarterback and see if we, I wouldn't say made a bad decision, because it's kind of impossible, because we ended up with a 90 overall quarterback. But here's the Lions pick. The guy that they ended up trading Justin Herbert for. Very athletic, okay block shed, very good pass rush ability. Let's take a look at the dev. It's not superstar or better. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter, because it's really just a stupid decision anyways, but they did, in fairness, get someone really good. The Dolphins could not be happier with our decision, as they were absolutely not landing any decent quarterback if we would have taken him, or we, oh, he was superstar. in fairness, if the Lions would have taken him, it would not have been that bad of a trade. They would have gotten a third and a fourth, and then a superstar quarterback that could probably catch up any day with Herbert. But yeah, obviously getting Herbert was a massive one, so we'll take it. And I know there's going to be some people, which, I mean, I can agree if you even think that, even if you're like a level-headed person, which we don't have many of those around here. You think, oh, it's the video's ruined. He traded for a really good quarterback. I mean, here's the thing. 9 times out of 10, we end up with a really high draft pick, and we take some quarterback. They're usually pretty decent. It kind of works out. When's the last time you've seen us take a shortcut like that and said, screw it, we're just getting a franchise quarterback. We're not waiting around. We're not going to get lucky. We're going to absolutely just take a franchise quarterback and put him on our team. That's what we did. I'll even show you, I mean, I guess in between, because there's a lot of edit points for the draft because I talk so damn much that I could have easily changed the trade difficulty, but this is the way I live. Where the hell even is the trade? There it is. Normal dev, trade difficulty. And yeah, I guess, I mean, you kind of have to take my word for it because I could have easily changed it in between, but I really don't care that much. I guess the way you could do it is maybe get the first pick overall and try to trade it to the Chargers. I don't know if it'd be the exact same because it might be different because it's a fantasy draft. I don't know, but you should see that the trade goes. Or obviously adding what we added on top of that, and then the trade goes. Oh, look, a 6 next year with Daniel Carlson for a 5th-round pick. That's totally fair for us. We already obviously have this kicker, and he's going to be here long-term, so I decided, you know what? Let's just double down on the young man, and that sounded really weird. Just have him as our long-term kicker. Show him that he's him. This is what the squad looks like, minus Herbert. The team was actually improved pretty nicely through the draft. Got 2 offensive linemen, which is really kind of all we needed to fix that position. Mingo's still the number 3 because I believe in Nico Collins. Obviously, I even believe in him in our Texans franchise, and he cooked. His ratings are just really good. He's like the poor man's Donovan Peoples-Jones in-game, because Donovan Peoples-Jones in-game is busted for his age. But Nico Collins, I'm going to give him another chance. However, if he's struggling mid-season, Mingo might steal that spot. Everything else is great, and obviously mentioning Herbert, it's an amazing upgrade. Elam, believe it or not, drops to the 3 spot. Carey is a better player right now than Smith, so he's the number 1. And then Smith, because of the dev up, is the better long-term player than Kyer Elam. It's a good problem to have too many good corners. I will say there's a decent chance next season Cam Smith moves over to safety because Lewis Seen's progression, while it's not the worst I've ever seen, it's not going to keep up with being an above-average player. And then really going forward, the only position maybe we need to replace is, once again, middle linebacker, which there's a guy there. We have a player, but we don't know how he's going to develop. But there's a chance, as a starter, might actually get Rookie of the Year. Now that we're having a pretty good season, I wouldn't say regret, but I do feel a little bit weird about trading for Justin Herbert now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section about doing trades like that. In the future, if you guys think I shouldn't, then I won't. I will say it feels a little bit more like fair, considering the quarterback we were going to take was superstar. So, you know, we would have had a really good quarterback anyways, but yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think. How much money do we have? Because Herbert, I don't know if he needs a contract, but he's going to cost a lot. Felix, I think with the price he's asking for here, has to be the guy. So a 7-year 60, but that's like half of what Chase Young just got. Mingo, whether he's the long-term starter or not, a 6-year 30 is great, even for backup money. And then who else do we have? Lewis Seen, once again, another guy that's probably good for backup money. I don't think he's going to be the starter. The more I look at that overall in age, I'm just like, I don't know, dude. And then looking at Nico Collins, I mean, that's a pretty bad season. I mean, we're having a pretty good season, but he's not. I don't know. And ironically enough, we face the Lions in the first round of the playoffs. Hopefully first of many rounds. As you can see, this is what the season looked like. 12-5 after 3-14. With a brand new quarterback. Who would have thought that would have changed so much for us? Let's take a look at the stats and awards, see how we actually did come out, though, with Herbert. Not the best. I'm curious to see, where the hell did he go? Dolphins, 33-9, 4,100 yards. Okay. I was going to say, maybe it was close. Let's forget anyone said anything. Pollard, he was at over 4 yards per carry. and then finished under it. He just got to a 90 overall. Usually 90 overall is what gets your... Wow. Really? Herbert putting up some numbers here in the ground. Usually 90 plus is when your running back starts to do well. McBride is an X factor. Pickens could be an X factor. Mingo is decent. And this is why I'm letting Nico Collins go, because Mingo outplayed him, and Mingo is the number 3 and number 3 on slot. So, I don't think he's worth keeping. O-line's all right, I guess, for Madden numbers. John Franklin-Myers cooked. Chris Jones cooked. Felix was terrible. I'm glad we paid him that massive deal. Kerry Gray should be a dev-up guy, maybe even superstar because of Rookie of the Year with good numbers. Gunter was better than Daniel. Fox was pretty good, but he got blocked twice. It's definitely a better season. Not perfect by any means, but definitely a way better season. Actually have some guys that we feel, proud of. What team are we? The Seahawks. Herbert at number 3. Yeah, sometimes I have to ask myself things that are pretty obvious. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to the Lions, and then Defensive Rookie of the Year does not go to Gray. So maybe he goes up in dev, but he definitely won't go to Superstar. Best quarterback, number 2. Running back was up there, but not quite that high. If tight end could count as a wide receiver, we would have had one up there. Chris Jones was 4 with that sack totals. John Franklin-Myers at 10. And the DB and kicker stuff is as follows. But let us take a look at our playoff run, if there even is one. Going against those Lions who do not have their quarterback. Don't know who they have at quarterback, though. It said they had an Offensive Rookie of the Year win, so maybe they found some other guy in the second round, which they did. Yeah, he may have won Rookie of the Year, potentially. But man, was that a bad decision, because they were all really bad looking. Let's see, was it a rookie? Oh, that's Najee Harris. It was a rookie. They got a rookie quarterback who got Rookie of the Year, dude. They don't even care, dude. Their powers. I mean, he's already kind of good, though. The Lions were playing chess all along. All right, let's go to the end of the game. Lose to the Lions that we just got Herbert from. Basically stole him from. As we're down by 1. Up by 2. Got to say, the rookie kicker's cooking up. 16-7. Not a great performance, but one that could win us a game. Or not. Maybe. Huge rushing touchdown. We needed this. And the Lions with 26 seconds left. Did they go for 2? Or is my math wrong? We might still win, though. We might still win. We got some receivers. We got some receivers, Nico. Well, we really don't, actually. We really don't. This might be McBride or nothing. And we ran out of time. 17 seconds left. We need to get like 20-some yards for the Rook to put in like his 5th of the day or something ridiculous. Problem is, the difficulty we have on is not easy. Oh, he's got him. He's got him! Is that Nico? Okay, never mind. Maybe it's not that hard. Nico Collins down the sideline for a massive touchdown. Almost got sacked. Let's skip it because it doesn't really matter if we get it or not because, I mean, if they score the touchdown, they deserve to win anyways. Didn't get the 2-point. They didn't get the touchdown, and we move on to the divisional. Let's go. We love to see it. Elliott was not bad, I guess, for like 12 overall. That shouldn't be starting. Najee with a 95-yarder when he has literally 9 speed. And then the defense I don't care about. You could tell it was trash. We almost let that quarterback beat us. Yeah, that quarterback. All right, divisional round. I don't remember who I seen. It was like, it wasn't the Niners I saw. I saw a different team. Who was it? I got to see now. Now I got to see. It's the Niners. We're probably going to lose, but it is what it is. We'll find out. I think we beat the Niners year 1, though, didn't we? God damn, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Looking at the wrong thing completely. Schedule is the one. Playoff schedule. It was an obscure team, I thought. Was it? Maybe it was. I don't know. I think I'm losing it. Was it I think it was the Giants that threw me off because like the Giants are pretty bad in the game, and then I was like, oh yeah, fantasy draft. What are we talking about? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about in general. So let's head on to this before I confuse you even more. Here it is. Can we beat our division rivals? Nice quick drive for us, them, and then another one for them. Huge touchdown drive for us. 14 all. We hold them. We get another touchdown. It is a close one. Up by 7. Up by 14. Only up by 7. Up by 10. One more score. A touchdown would do it. And we were moving on to the championship round over the higher overall San Francisco 49ers. Having a quarterback changes things dramatically. This was a titan of a quarterback matchup as well. Josh Allen versus Herbert. Tony Pollard, I don't know why I expected it to be any different. He always sucks in sim. If I was Tony Pollard, I would honestly sue EA for defamation. All right, championship round. It's still probably going to be the Cowboys. The Panthers. Their sim's all right. Their sim team's decent, so not taking this one too lightly. They got some pretty good, key players there you can see. All right, going to the end game. Let's see if we can be in the end game. The Super Bowl, 7-0. For 13-0, not the extra point. Nice defense so far. Offense doesn't really get too much of a drive there, so it gives them a short field. Another, unless it was a 2-point conversion, which is probably the case. I was about to say, or another miss, and we're headed to the Super Bowl. All right, I see you. Us. It's not really you, it's more of an us. Is that Teddy Bridgewater? Desmond Ridder. Don't know why that looked like Teddy Bridgewater to me. Herbert was perfect, even though he had less yards. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, which is more than our guy. Eckler was terrible. Pollard finally showing up. Broderick Jones gave a bunch of sacks. Chase Young with 2.5. Quay Walker with 1. JFM with 1. Half for Gray. 1 for Wilson. 1 for Carey when it comes to interceptions. And a clean game of kicking for both sides. Alrighty. Let's see it. Let's see who's in the Super Bowl. I mean, I seen the Ravens at one point, I think. I don't know if it's still the Ravens. It is not. It's the Broncos, huh? Who the hell did the Broncos beat? Oh, my Lord. I thought I simmed it. Oh, my. They had to beat the Ravens. Okay, fair enough. That is kind of a classic matchup. All right, let's see the dev-ups, if we had any. Hopefully McBride. I mean, he had a crazy season. If he didn't, that makes no sense. He is an X-Factor. Herbert's an X-Factor. Nico Collins is not. Mingo's probably the number 2 wide receiver next season. Gray goes up to star, which is pretty expected, but no one else goes up in dev, which, like I said, it's not the craziest thing I've ever seen. It's pretty expected. Kind of wish he would have got that scheme fit to slot, though. We love to see those speed upgrades, though. Let's go in and see if we can win a Super Bowl in year 2. I mean, once again, especially if we win here, I'll feel a little bad about the Herbert trade, but it be what it be. Yeah, I really should start writing down, each rebuild and, what happened as the best result, championship round, Super Bowl win, whatever, because I'm trying to think of all these Wheel of whatever type challenge videos, and I can't remember how many Super Bowls we won. I feel like we've won at least one, but in general, we have struggled to win a Super Bowl. And while I was talking about it, the struggle, if there even was one, because I can't remember anything because I'm old, is over. It's over. We love to see it. A year 2 Super Bowl win, which obviously means we will do at least 2 more seasons to see if we can win, 2 out of 3 seasons to become that dynasty. Although it would be a little weird because it's hard to call it a dynasty during another team's dynasty because basically the Chiefs are one right now. It maybe is a little different, but in my opinion, winning 2 out of 3 years is basically a dynasty. Unless another team does it, though, to be fair. So it is what it is. What are you supposed to do? But obviously, the team has won a Super Bowl. Pete Carroll gets another. And I wouldn't call it a drought for the Seahawks, but the drought when you consider how good of teams they've had in the past, and they only got one. I mean, it kind of feels like a drought a little bit. But either way, enough of that nonsense. Herbert winning 2 Super Bowls, having 2 touchdowns, 363 yards. Jalen Hurts, a very good quarterback as well. Got outplayed, though. Jacobs, a little bit better than Pollard. Only 8 yards for the long for Pollard. I mean, he's so fast. Really, 8 yards? Nico Collins probably going to have to go. Logan Wilson with an interception. And that's basically it. Got 2 more seasons, like we said, though. We have a free agency period and a draft coming up here. Didn't really dip too far into the future for the draft, so we should still be able to draft a few players if we even need them at this point. We're kind of cooking. Maybe a wide receiver, but Mingo probably could play the number 2 spot. I mean, if I was willing to use Nico Collins, Mingo should even be more usable as he's younger still. But we'll see. We'll see what the draft gives us, if anything. I don't know if there was any retirements, but it shouldn't have been anyone of significance for us. Chris Jones is still pretty damn young, 31, 32, which is not retirement age in Madden. Let's go to the next week. Come on. Why is it taking so long? Let's get that negotiation. See what we got. 106 mil, Nico Collins. I mean, with 106 mil, though, and we're only doing 2 more years. It is really tough to pass on him. It's probably by far the best wide receiver that's going to be in free agency. So good at catching. Like, he's actually good, but he's played like crap. I'm going to let him go. Or, you know what? I'll try to get him on a 1-year deal worth like 7. Because he is super interested in coming back. How much is it? 9? I mean, I'll still do it. Fair enough. Fair enough. We're not locked in forever, and he still gets a chance to maybe do something. But he's going to be the number 3 this season, which probably in this scheme is the reason why Mingo's played better, because number 3 does better. I don't know. But hopefully not. I want Mingo to develop now because Nico Collins squandered his 2 seasons. And you've got to be kidding me. Amari Cooper's here. You've got to be freaking kidding me. When you host a party and you just don't like Amari Cooper, you've got to be joking me. Who invited this guy? And they're all willing to go like the distance for him. I'm probably not. Cam Akers as a backup wouldn't be terrible. Marvin Mims. Marvin Mims looks pretty good too. I really wish I would have got rid of Nico Collins now because Marvin Mims has the development. I mean, I guess it's only a 1-year 9, so if we can get Mims, I suppose we'll do it. Why is this so laggy, though? Okay, we're not going to get him. I apologize, Nico. You heard absolutely nothing. I don't think free agency is going to be great for us, so we're probably going to just go through the draft again. Maybe make a trade for another player, but not Justin Herbert's level, obviously. It's drafty time. I don't know who we're drafting. I just got here. The DT, maybe? Corner? Corner to play safety or safety to play safety? I moved over Cam Smith to safety like I said I was likely going to do. Quarterbacks still are like main focus. I scouted further at running backs. I feel like running back's going to be a problem. Pollard also isn't actually 90 overall. He just had all those morale boosts that just threw me off. Dom Blanton. He looks like a gem, no? Forbes is there. He's a pass rusher. We don't know if Felix Anudike is going to be the guy. I also don't know if this guy's going to be the guy. I didn't get to scout him further. Obviously, he's a pass rusher because he's the A to C block shed with the B to D finette. I guess I don't know that. He could be a run stopper type, but he's 259. He's got to be a pass rusher. Don't think I can risk that, though, so we're going to trade down and try to grab some players. All right, we ended up trading Mr. Christian Harris, a first-round pick, a fifth-round pick, and a sixth-round pick for 85 overall superstar dev Quay Walker, who is actually quite up there. He's actually going to play middle linebacker, and the rookie linebacker we just got is going to play outside linebacker. Always a guy that develops really well, and I mean, I suppose as a Packers fan, I don't hate adding Packer players, I suppose. And I could have went like wide receiver or something, but I kind of like the guys we got. I think I want to develop them further. See if we can win another one with that group. But linebacker, you know, Christian Harris was, 24 now, I think? Hopefully not 23, but I think he was 24, and he was 76 overall, and he really wasn't developing. 2 to 3. Oh, Blanton. No, Blanton's still there. He's a 3 to 4, but, like, late second is 3 to 4. Might try to trade up for the DT and call it a draft. Blanton, who I don't think we even need, but he just looks too good not to grab. And he is heading development trade. 90 speed, 94 excel. He looked like one of those, like, really, yeah? You want to hide it a little better that he's actually really good, or what's the story? A little surprised that this worked, but we move up a whole round pretty much by trading Ivan Pace, which will be you. Ooh, pass rusher. I think Felix is just going to have to be our guy, even if he sucks the whole rest of the rebuild. He's just got the highest potential, and we just paid him like a pretty big contract. So I think it's going to be Jose Boone, who has A finesse, C block shed, just enough strength, and a hidden development trait. All right, we trade Edmonds, a third, and 2 fifths for a higher third. The third was next year, in fairness, but we're still going to call it a higher third because pick 12 is quite a bit higher than, where I would expect us to be next season. Couple of linebackers, though. I actually didn't go into this thinking I'm taking linebacker. I was thinking I'm taking lineman because I don't know what our lineman situation is looking like, but linebacker might be actually more interesting because Wilson's getting older. But I imagine, wow, 4.44 I just seen. I imagine Wilson's going to be our guy for the, next season or 2. I was going to say foreseeable future, but our foreseeable future is 2 seasons. I'm going at this guy. Screw it. No one talk to me. No, I don't want to hear it. No. Stop. I said no one talk to me. Respect my boundaries, bro. None of these guys are starters, if I remember correctly, but we will take a quick look at the overalls. We'll see the devs after the season's over. We have 3 players. Never mind. Okay, not much to see here. The lineup for year 3 might as well be called year 1 or year 4, technically, because year 5 is the last year in a rebuild, usually. And we're only doing 2 seasons left because we just won a Super Bowl, baby. And it was actually against the Broncos. So the Broncos fans would absolutely be hating the Seahawks more than ever. The offensive line could use some work. I actually thought he was wearing a tie. It might actually even be a tie, which is, I mean, kind of unique, actually. But X Factor McBride, who's 25 now, I believe. Yeah, 25, but the man has grown into quite the tight end. We're going to go to the defensive side of things now. Quay Walker, a massive upgrade. Now we have one of the better linebacker groups in the league, probably a top 5, especially duo. Smith's going to be the strong safety. He's got the highest zone. Elam's had a long contract, and he's still young enough to develop. So I just think it makes the most sense to run this, right? It just seems to work. So, boom. Also, I can't believe how high of an overall Cisco is at star. Free XP for Herbert, 15K. Ooh, glad we doubled down and believed in our mans, because he is a superstar. 108 mil, John Franklin Myers. That's a lot of money for a guy that's only star dev. Yeah, I mean, a lot of rebuilds I've been seeing lately. John Franklin Myers just doesn't develop like he used to. Is John Franklin Myers losing his touch? He's like the channel mascot. I freaking love this dude, and I can never let him go. Even if he's like a 72 overall star dev, he's getting the re-sign. Nico Collins, I mean, he took the 1 year last time. Nico's just a dude. He's just a guy. He's just a dude. What can I tell you? He's a dude, and he's just a guy. He's just one of those guys that's also a dude. All right, win or lose, we are the division title holders, and with the win, we actually get a Z-bye week. Justin Herbert, I think, was on that, unless it was Justin Fields, which that would be a shock to me for him to be on top 3 yards. Good stuff. Good season. Maybe we can do it again. A little bit of easier trip. It would assume, I would assume, because we have the bye week, Herbert, potential MVP here. Pollard, pretty good because of the touchdowns. We had a lot of touchdowns on offense. Pickens, probably a dev up. McBride can't go any higher. He's just the GOAT. Nico Collins could go up in dev, and then Mingo, not bad. I think the number 3 just gets more stats in this playbook because, well, that's all I can really say. It's just fact. Super season from Chris Jones, 18.5. Felix Onadike Uzma, not bad, 9.5. 7 for Mr. Young, and then 6.5 for John Franklin Myers. It's not terrible. I would like more from Chase Young, but I could live with it. Gunter was terrible this year, and then Jack Fox is, a foxy man. He just does the Fox things. This should be an MVP from Herbert, though. Yeah, MVP, baby. All I'm saying is, we may have robbed him from the Lions, but was he doing the things he's doing now with the Lions? I didn't think so. Chris Jones cleaned up house, by the way. And we are headed to the divisional round without having to play a game. No risk, just no risk. There's reward because we're already here. And we get to go against a 9-8 Buccaneers team. They're an 82 overall. We're up higher than that. I don't know. The Broncos are climbing their way up in the AFC side. Will it matter, though? Because we obviously have to still, even though they're 9-8, beat these Buccaneers. I kind of feel this could be a 3-peat. I know we're only on the 2-peat if we even get this, but I'm kind of feeling it. I don't know. I like our chances. 35-14, 42-14, and we're cooked. Well, in a good way. They're cooked, I suppose, would make more sense. Keon Brown, is that a rookie? It is a rookie. He never stood a chance. Herbert literally schooled him. That is a schooling. One of the best playoff performances of all time. McBride, really good performance. One of the best tight end performances of all time, probably in the playoffs. Gunter is a disaster. Our guy didn't have to punt. John Fox took the night off, unless he's the kickoff center, which I don't remember. Bro, that's what would be so sick about being a freaking punter, is that you could literally have a game, potentially, where you sit the bench the whole way. Obviously, I mean, they're probably still practicing on the sideline, but, could you imagine? That would be so sick. Plus, the freaking teammates would be memeing with you. They'd be like, so, how's the leg feeling? Probably sore after tonight, right? And then they're like, lol, dude. Yeah, I know, dude. I haven't had a punt all night. That'd be so cool. And Denver makes it. If we hold up our end of the bargain, it'll be another Super Bowl matchup. It's kind of crazy, though. It really hasn't been that long since the Seahawks and Broncos actually played in the Super Bowl. It seems like it's been ages, but it really hasn't been. Nice comeback from us, but it's all tied up by 7. Defense does its job, but the offense for the Niners, this is it. Oh, here it is. All right, clock is dripping. They are wasting. I believe they could get down there, but I just know they're going to waste an insane amount of time if I don't come into this, and I do not want them to do this. We don't really have a proven wide receiver that's guaranteed to get open here, and that's going to be a good enough throw to Mingo, which will cause a timeout to be placed. The moment I said place, I just thought of Yu-Gi-Oh! And placing a trap card. I haven't delved into the Yu-Gi-Ohs in a while. I can't remember exactly when I was into that as a child, but like, I wonder if I would have done Pokemon cards instead, if I would be like freaking Logan Paul with like a Charizard around my neck. I don't even know if he still does that or not, but I really wonder, because I had some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but those are worth literally nothing. I don't know if I still have them, to be fair. Oh! McBride, are you joking? Are you effing me? And they're telling me to run. This is why you can't trust the AI. They're like, hey, bro, you should run the ball. That would be a really funny thing to do. You know, like run the ball. This is tough. Oh, my God. That was so 50-50. I really need to be taken off of the offense. Like, why would you run it, dude? This is why we see so many games end with, like, a run with 30 seconds left. And then it's like, oh, they lost. The hell? All right, clearing out for Pickens. This should be wide. Maybe not. I'm a disaster. Field goal. All right, Gunter. He's going to miss, isn't he? He hit it. What a G. What a G. Their ball. They're moving. Come on, D. Nice. Offense needs to score a touchdown. If they do it. Oh, we kicked the field goal. Where's the balls, man? That's going to be a game-losing decision, isn't it? 3rd and 5, we got to come in. That's going to be a game-losing decision. Oh, they're actually going to run this, it seems. They're locked in. I think this might be a stop if they actually run this. We got to go all out because we're run coming in. Game. How do you face mask in that situation? You know how it's like... Nah, it's not your fault, bro. Like, it's a team effort. We win as a team, lose as a team, and, you know, whatever they probably told Foster Moreau the other day. But, like, nah, bro, you did it. You were the one. You were the one that lost the game. You were the guy. Unless we block this, it's a GG. Which we don't. Wow, what a face mask. Good decision, brother. The Broncos fans are laughing at us, and they're cheering at the same time. They're like, wow, couldn't even get back to the Super Bowl. Herbert sucks ass. Oh, my God. Goes from one of the greatest performances ever to selling. Not as bad as Face Mask Man, though. Face Mask Man, probably kicker, too. No, he's actually perfect in this one. Face Mask Guy really sold. You know you've messed up when you've relegated to Face Mask Guy. That is a disaster. That is a bad name to have. Well, we had a chance, and Face Mask Guy sold. Who even was it? It was probably like a slot corner, right? It might have even been the rookie corner we just drafted. I don't even know. But Broncos versus Niners. Broncos are going to get their revenge on the NFC. They're like, no Seahawks? Yeah, no Seahawks. This is easy. This is easy. We've been played by the Seahawks. Not anyone else. Looking at dev ups. Pickens goes up in dev like expected. Wait, actually, did Nico Collins go up? Damn, he didn't, really? Defensively, Quay Walker goes to X Factor, and I believe that to be it. This is why you trade for a Quay Walker. He's always developing. He always goes up in dev. I promise you. I promise you. And because he's field general type, he gets pretty balanced ratings. Oh, snap. I sold. Okay, it doesn't seem like it mattered because all the big names are still there, but I absolutely sold. I actually skipped a little ahead. F it, dude. Last season, I'm never touching this franchise again anyway, so we can get Trent Williams, who I am shocked is still here, by the way. I'm down. What's the max you can offer? Is it $30 million? And I think for some reason EA still has it where maxing out the bonus isn't better than just balancing it out. Because EA thinks that NFL players are like, yeah, why the hell would I want fully guaranteed? I want to earn this contract. If I get injured, that's my fault. Oh my God, you can actually do more than that? Wait, hold the F up. I just offered him a $40 million contract. I'm down. Wait, did he not take it? Bro, he just turned down $40 million to a team that just won a Super Bowl a year ago. He took $15 million less. Yay. I'm not even disappointed. I'm just mad. Flipped it on him. How about that? A tackle wouldn't hurt. I'm not going to draft. There's no point. We're not going to be able to do anything with the final season rookies. Center wouldn't hurt. Tackle wouldn't hurt. Wide receiver, I suppose, wouldn't hurt. And did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Trying to build a super offensive line on my watch? Not a chance, brother. Give me Creed Humphrey. This is the Max Unger redemption tour. We basically got Max Unger back. All right, here we go. This is the last season for the team. Offensive line has improved. We have 3 88-plus overall linemen, an 82 right tackle, 83 left guard. Wide receivers are all over the place, I will admit, but, outside of Pickens, they're pretty good. McBride went up 5 overalls this last season. Well, damn. He's cooking. 85 medium route. That's really good for a Kyle Pitts or really slow tight end that's already has really good route running. But, yeah, he's cooking. He's really done a thing. Quay Walker, 89 overall now, actually. X Factor, and that's why you like Field General. You got one of, everything. +2 to block shed, which was his weakest of, those main linebacker traits that you want. And outside of Pollard not developing, this team actually has done a pretty good job. And I got to say, Chris Jones opening my eyes to the elderly. He's, what overall is he still? Obviously, he just had a really good season. Not the best throughout, but the last 2 seasons were pretty good. He's a 98 overall. My man's 98 overall at 32. So, maybe we trust the olders these days. Specific positions like DT, safety, quarterback, tight end. Not Travis Kelce, which is why we went with Chris Jones, which, a massive decision there, right? There's a couple of decisions that maybe would have went bad, but that one was one that went well because we would have had no Trey McBride, and we'd have had Travis Kelce, who Trey McBride is probably better than right now. And Chris Jones wouldn't be here. Our DTs would suck comparatively. All right, speaking of Trey McBride, he is my little hero. So obviously I'm keeping him a 5-year whatever. Oh, come on, Trey. I thought we were cool. All right, if Trey doesn't want to talk, it's time to talk to Quay then. 5-year 60. See, Quay just got here and he's on with the program. In with the program? With the program? I don't know. He's something. 5-year whatever. Oh my God, these guys are so entitled. As they should be, because it's their money, and you can use it when they need it. Tony Pollard's probably gone. I don't think you actually re-signed him here. I think he's going to drop hard because he's only star. So we'll try to get the guys that we try to get, and then probably have to look for a brand new running back. Not that we're going to be here for that anyways. We had a really bad season. I was like, wow, we're actually going to miss the playoffs. And then I saw the division. 9-8 is a playoff winner and division title haver by 2 games. The division is non-competitive this season. It is pretty bad, but we will take it because that results in us being the team that makes the playoffs and represents this really awful freaking division. Of course, here's some of the other teams. Not that it really matters, but, here you go. And if you don't believe things, and boom, ba-bow, and then there's the Rams, and chopping carrots at the analog sticks, we're done. Hopefully everyone enjoyed their stay. We got back to the playoffs, though, even though we really didn't deserve it. Herbert was great. I don't know how we sucked. Pollard. Bro, never draft Pollard. I'm sorry. It's just, you can't do it. Pickens, the X Factor. McBride, once again, he would have had a dev up every single season if you could go higher than X Factor. Nico might finally get to star. Offensive lineman, Creed Humphrey gave up 3. Oh, wow. The O-line was actually really good. Didn't change the scheme or anything because... Well, it kind of works. D-line has been terrible, though. Maybe I shouldn't have run Washington. Gunter waking up. Fox falling asleep. There's just never an in-sync team here. Bye. Lamar Jackson got MVP. Lamar Jackson is an Eagle, huh? Yeah, number 2, which is close, but not quite. And as far as awards go, Pickens, the best wide receiver. And best kicker. Cool, superstar. But all that it takes is to get to the Super Bowl, or the playoffs. You could get to the Super Bowl from there. 8 overalls on them. Please don't give them the Cowboys cheese. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. 7-all. Still 7-all. 14-7. And here it is. The Cowboys are going to win because they're the Cowboys. Hey, up by 3. Defense is holding its end, but offense is struggling. Up by 6, and the defense really did a thing in this one, and they're the ones that clutch it up, sending us to the divisional round, having to play in the wildcard round, but that's actually what got us to the Super Bowl, so maybe it'll happen again. I don't know. Herbert outplaying Mac Jones, which shouldn't be hard. The rushing numbers were terrible. Pickens was him. Garrett Bowles got smoked by somebody. With just a group of players? Is that not who it was? Yeah, Garrett Bowles, but it's like different players that aren't really like edge rushers. Maybe Sub? I don't know. Probably Sub that got it. Got beat by millions of different pass rushers. That's crazy. That's... couldn't be me. Because I am not talented enough to make the NFL. Yeah, I had him in the first half. Garrett Bowles had me in life. We're up 9 overalls now with a little bit of upgrading, and it's probably not a good sign that one of your players is a CPU guy, because that means your other guys probably kind of suck. So, let's see if we can beat the Giants, who are also 9-8. All right, here we go, and it's to the end of the game. The Giants doing a pretty good job on defense. We get 7, up by 4 total, up by 1 only. The lead's gone. Huge play there, and this could be it. Defense is doing a pretty good job. 8-point lead, and that field goal, I believe, will be enough. Good job by the offense to just, finish the game out, as, they're kind of struggling in this postseason so far. Herbert didn't throw a pick, but lucky to go against some pretty, lower-end quarterbacks. Fowler, though, only missed 1 throw out of 17, but maybe that's the reason. Maybe he played it too cautiously. McBride, 155 yards. Chris Jones with 2 sacks. No interceptions. Kicking was perfect. Gunter waking up this season, thankfully. Herbert, the 99 overall, he actually does have a couple of upgrades. I guess you go improviser just to, max it out. Let's see what he's got. 2 to deep. Doesn't really have much to upgrade. He's him. All right, let's see what the championship round has for us. We already beat the Cowboys, so Niners, probably? Oh, yeah, the Niners are out of it. They're 6-11. Never mind. The Eagles, 86 overall. The Bird Battle for the NFC spot in the Super Bowl. And it's the Texans on the other side. That is pretty crazy. Don't know what their team looks like, but still, the Texans in any facet of the game usually don't do well. Playbooks probably aren't that great. 14-0. Oh my God, we've lost. We've just lost. It's almost as if we're not the better team. Are you kidding me? 35-10, EA. 42. Nah. I'm just going to sim to the end. Not that it really matters, because we're going to consider this obviously to be a loss. But I'm still just curious if we just got a really unlucky roll on the sim because they're at home or something. I don't freaking know. But regardless, we're in the Super Bowl, but I'm not going to watch it because we don't deserve to be here. And do we win? Probably not. Don't deserve to anyways. We lose, so all is right in the world. Losing to teams that aren't good. 9-8 is the best team in the roster. Best team in the roster, yeah, that's sure. Pickens is an X factor. Let's take a look, since we're looking at the team anyways, because we're about to head out. A lot of different upgrade points there. X factor Pickens finally woke up near the end. No release, which is just such an L for a bigger wide receiver. But Mingo, 85 overall. Good release, ironically enough. Very good catching. Route running's a little iffy outside of deep. Not exactly sure what made them think, yeah, this is why you wouldn't re-sign Pollard, but maybe, I guess, if you're really desperate. Collins is an 85 overall, despite the fact that he never dev'd up. This is the reason why I wanted to take a chance on him. I mean, his overall is this good, despite never really showing enough to get any significant XP or dev up. That's usable. I would almost argue with the way how important release is in the game, he, with that build, might be better than Pickens. You might think it's crazy, but release is very important for receivers in the game. If you don't have pure speed, release is a must, and he doesn't have it. Of course, Trey McBride is ridiculous. The catching is insane. 88 medium route, 83 short. One of the best glow-ups I've seen in Madden, honestly. Especially for a tight end, they usually just don't develop. We don't really care too much about O-line, and we already just seen Herbert. Then looking at the defense, we kind of just looked at Quay, but it is 3 more overalls up. Just showing you the brilliance of Quay Walker and Sim. Actually, you know what? Not that great. Not as great as I would normally expect, but still good enough, obviously. Most guys usually have one style. He kind of has 2. Chris Jones is regressing, so there's no point in showing him. John Franklin Myers is regressing, so no point in showing him. Chase Young, a little overrated, right? 97 overall, when his only 97 rating is finesse. Block shed's way lower than that. He is athletic as hell, but missing a lot of other ratings. So I'm a little surprised they actually gave him 97. Gray's an 85 overall, so I am a little curious to see how he turned out. Great block shed, you know, okay athleticism, really not good in the coverage in the slightest, as expected. Let's take a look at Felix. The edge rusher never really fully had a great season, but developed into a pretty decent pass rusher based on ratings alone. Cisco, one of the craziest upgrades I've seen. No dev up yet, a 92 overall, which is really, really good for a safety. And then looking at Cam Smith, he's still pretty young, now 26, developing his talents as a safety, 89 zone coverage, the best safety duo in the league based on zone alone. Pretty athletic group as well. Logan Wilson, once again, kind of on the regression side, so it doesn't really matter too much. Then we look at Thomas Carey, the 6'4" man corner with all that speed. Looking like a Tyreek Woolen out here. And then as far as Elam goes, he kind of got benched in a way. He was the number 3 corner for a little while, but still insanely talented. And then the final player I want to take a look at is Mr. Gunter, who just got to Superstar, not X Factor. And that overall 99 kick power, 89 accuracy. I think he had 97 kick power, so that is kind of like close to start anyways, but still a really good one. Last 2 seasons, specifically the season before this, actually, really disappointing. Obviously this one too, I guess, because even though we didn't have a great season, we made the playoffs, and once you're in the playoffs, the record goes out the window. Yet it sure as hell didn't seem like that. Those last 2 games, I don't know about the Texans, we did lose, but the Eagles team smoked us despite the fact that we had 9 overalls on them, so I'm not really sure what that's about. But either way, if you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like. Maybe subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I really, really, really do appreciate your continued support on the channel. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PKR Plays, for non-Madden content, which right now I am doing Spider-Man 2. So far, as good of a game as I would have expected. So maybe check that out. We'll have other games on the channel at some point as well. You know, give me some suggestions, and I may play them. That's about it, though. Next video will be on Monday. Maybe Texans franchise. I'm not 100% sure yet. And that is about it. If you guys have any ideas for challenge rebuilds or a team you just want to see realistically or fantasy, if that's even a word, fantasy style rebuild or rebuilt, let me know in the comment section below. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And until next video, see ya.